Hi everyone, so today is Tuesday the 2nd of June, and today I am going to take you through a video for the revision checklist sheet that I'm going to send you out on email and on WhatsApp later today. So really, I suppose what I'm hoping to get everyone to do, if you can, is to take a look back over what we have learned and what we've been looking at in the classroom, and see if you can try to work your way through the checklist without any supports from anyone at home. Just try and see how much of it you can manage or how much of it you remember on your own. Okay, so the first thing on the checklist that you're asked to do is to open and name a new document. So I'm going to do that now. So I am in Word and I'm going to click on blank document. Okay, and I have asked you all to call your new document June. So I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to go to File and Save As, and I'm going to save it to this PC in my documents, and I'm just going to simply call it June. Okay, so now my document is saved as June and it's saved to this PC. Okay, I'm also just going to adjust my font size here so it's easier for you all to see. Okay, so the next thing you're asked to do is to type in a font color of your choice. And I've asked you all just to simply type your own name and then type it in a color of your own choice. So I'm going to do that now. I am going to select the color. So I am going to go to more colors and I will select maybe this pink color here. Okay, and I'll type my name. Okay, so far we have opened and saved a new document. We have looked at the font size and we have now looked at the font color. Okay, the next thing I'm going to get you to look at is increasing the font size using the increase font button on the ribbon. Okay, so this one here is to increase your font size, because you can see here this little blue arrow is pointing upwards, and this one is to decrease, and you can see the little blue arrow is pointing downwards. Okay, so I'm going to get you to select your text on the page, and I'm going to get you to increase it by 2 font sizes from the default setting on your own computer. So in here I am set to 14, so I'm going to increase this by 2 sizes. So that's 1 and that's 2, and now my font is set at 18. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to get you to do then is once again select your text, and I'm going to now line this text up to the right hand margin on the page. So to do that, at the moment the text is aligned to the left hand margin. So I am going to click on this button here, and that's going to align my text to the right side margin. Okay. Okay, the next thing on the checklist that I ask you to do is to create a numbered list. So I've asked you to type up a list, and the list I've asked you to type is the days of the week. So I want you to type up that list and then add a numbered option of your choice from the drop down. So I'll do that for you now. Okay, so I'm going to highlight this section of text, the days of the week, and then I am going to look at the numbering button. I'm going to click there on the drop down, and I'm going to select this option here. Okay, so we've now created a numbered list. Okay, next I've asked you to add a table. So what I'm going to do for this, I'm going to center the text on the page, and I am going to go to Insert and come to Table, and it's a table of 2 columns and 2 rows. Okay, so that's what I've asked you to insert there. All right. Next, I've asked you to insert an object, and I think I've asked you to insert a triangle. So you come to the Insert tab, click on the Insert tab, come over to Shapes, and I think I've asked you to select to insert a triangle on your page. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so you can change the font color of your text, change the font size, you can create a numbered list, you can align your text to the center, to the left, or to the right of your document. You can insert a table, you can insert an object or a shape, and now I'm going to ask you to insert an image. So I have asked you all to insert an image of the beach, I think. So to do that, we go to Insert, and we'll come to Picture, and I'm going to go for an online picture. And in my search here, I'm just going to type in the word beach. Okay, and I quite like this one here, so I'm going to click on that. As you can see, the box has a check mark in it to let me know that's the one I've selected, and I click on Insert, and it's inserted my image on the page. Okay, I'm just going to move my shape. Okay, I'm just going to move my shape so that's still visible, and I am just going to take out this text here. We don't want that. Okay. Okay, so let's just go back over. So we've changed the font color. We have added, we've typed a list and then applied a numbering to the list. We have aligned our text to the right margin. We have added a table of 2 columns and 2 rows. We have inserted an image from Google or an online image, and we've inserted a shape. Okay, next on the list, I think I have asked you to line up your text equally between the margins on the page. So back up here to the text, I'm going to highlight the text, and when I want the text to be lined equally between the margins on my page, I need to hit the Justify button on the ribbon to do that. Okay, so now as you can see, my numbered list looks a lot neater than it did before. So if I click Undo, and you see how with aligning the text to the right hand margin, my numbers and the list, it just looks very untidy. Whereas if I click on my Redo button, now my list is nice and tidy, the numbering is nice and clear, and it looks a lot nicer on the page. The next thing I've asked you to do is to change the orientation of your page. So to change the orientation of your page, at the moment our page is in portrait, which means that is how, if I print this document, that's how everything's going to appear. If I go to my Layout tab and I come to Orientation and I select Landscape, now you can see that the text, everything has moved to 2 pages because of how everything's going to appear once the page has been printed. So now we have our layout is in landscape mode. Okay, next thing I've asked you to do is to add a border. So I need to go back to my Home tab. I need to come to Design. I'm going to look here at Page Borders. So I am going to add a box border. I'm going to add it in the same color as my text. I am going to make it a little bit larger, and I am going to apply this border to my first page only in this document and click OK. So now you can see I have my lovely pink border to match my text, and that border is only on the first page in this document. So my second page, as you can see, is without a border. Okay, Next thing I've asked you to do is to underline text. So I've asked you to select your name and then underline it. So we will hit the underline button here. And as you can see now, my name is underlined. I've also asked you to use spell check to review your document and make sure that all of the text is correct. So to do that, we go to the review tab here, click there. And if we come over here to editor, so it's telling me that there are no suggestions, no spelling and no grammar corrections to make. So I'm finished reviewing my document, so I can click OK. And I'm just going to close this because I don't need it any longer. Okay. So that's using spell check to review that your document is all correct. The next thing I've asked you to do is to copy and paste a section of text in your document. So I have asked you to copy the list of the days of the week and paste them below the table in your document. So I'm going to select the list of the days of the week. If I go to my home tab, I am going to copy that list. I'm going to click below the table. I'm just going to right click and I am going to paste my list. Okay, so that's copying and pasting your list within the document. The last thing, or one of the last things I've asked you to do then, is to use the change case button. So I'm going to ask you to again come and select your name. Okay, and this is our change case button. So if I click on my drop down options, I have asked you to change the text here that's highlighted to all uppercase letters. So I'm going to select uppercase letters for my name. And as you can see now, the text has changed to all uppercase letters. Okay, so I hope this video will help you when you are completing the revision checklist sheet that I'm sending out today. See how you get on. If anyone has any difficulty or any questions, or there's something you're unsure of, send me a message in the WhatsApp group, or send me an email or give me a call, and I'll talk you through any of the parts that you're having a little difficulty with. Okay, I hope that's okay for everyone. I hope it's clear. Best of luck. Give it a go. Remember, this is just for revision. It's to see how much of this you can remember on your own, and just have some fun, maybe trying to create the document and select it to your choice. Okay? All right, everyone. Best wishes.